Urban daily life, lack of awareness, huge buildings, lack of free space, pollution, traffic blocks, and so on. Waste mismanagement, garbage mounds. Symbiosis is the way of nature. Bengaluru is not an exception, as these are the cliché images of any metropolis. Urgent actions are needed, and Bengaluru pours drizzles of hope. Permaculture is another name of this hope. Permaculture means permanent agriculture, which is a design tuned to match with the principles of the fragile ecosystem being maintained by the nature. Bill Mollison, an Australian, initiated this ecological and environmental design. With his observation, he analyzed the symbiotic pattern of nature and developed a systematic way of sustainable living. Art of Living Bangalore International Centre forefronts the idea of ecological and environmental design with its own permaculture setup on 7 acres of land initiated by Sri Venkatesh Dharmaraj.
And permaculture is all about being in touch with the nature, making nature repair itself. We can't create nature. We can do only 2 things. One is that we don't interfere with the nature. Second, if possible, we support the nature. There are 3 principles the permaculture speaks of. First, we care the earth, we care the people, then we care the future. I am very, very sure with my experience that in the times to come, permaculture will be our future, and our future will depend on permaculture.
Vijayalakshmi is one of the several dynamic volunteers who works day in and day out with Mr. Venkatesh Dharmaraj to bring awareness and spread the knowledge of sustainable living. Vijaya uses Bill Mollison's principles of ancient wisdom of Vedic philosophy.
Living in harmony with nature is permaculture. Permaculture is not only about creating gardens and growing vegetables. This connects us back to soil and bringing back our ecosystem and diversity.
She experimented on her own rooftop and found that 90% of natural home waste can be converted to fertile compost. Vijayalakshmi puts her efforts in giving shape to her own terrace garden, which is complete with fruits, vegetables, flowers, birds and bees. It is a complete ecosystem recreated from recyclable biomaterial waste. Vijaya, as an enthusiastic urbanite, wanted to share the concept by choosing permaculture as a solution for healthy food and effective waste management. This clutch of crop I am holding in my hands is the harvest from our terrace permaculture mandala garden today. Green, organic, very tasty when cooked, and soil friendly. Today, we are living through very difficult times where chemicals and plastics dominate our lives. What happens in the process is the soil is getting denuded of nutrients, and what is the generation next staring into is something to ponder upon. I invite you to join this great concept, embrace this concept of permaculture for 2 main reasons. One is to put something back to nature where we take so much from. And the second is to have the accessibility to your daily needs right on top of your terrace. I enjoy going through this experience myself with my own hands. I found it great fun and learning. Come, join us. Vijayalakshmi envisaged that her experience in permaculture can be utilized to educate the urbanites of Bengaluru who are facing the problem of space for their needs.
There was no concept of garbage earlier. Waste used to manage at the home level only. But now we buy plastic to throw garbage. But here permaculture teaches us how to segregate and convert tons and tons of garbage into tons and tons of compost. And the compost will be healthy and fertile manure for the plants, and plants will grow very rich, organic and healthy. Let's move together from consumption to cultivation.
She has designed a short orientation program for the urban population based on her experience. She maintains a self-sustainable symbiotic rooftop garden that imparts valuable and expandable knowledge to people who aspire to go on the path of green and clean environment. For practical orientation, she has a classroom format along with facility for practical demonstration on a terrace garden which can be replicated easily by those who attend her weekend workshops. Being a practical teacher with a farming background, she has made it easy for urban population to understand the basics of agriculture and to apply the technique of permaculture.
We don't need acres of land to grow our seeds. Just this much sufficient. Save seeds.
All plants come from seeds, and what we consume are all seeds. For the sake of generation next, let's conserve these precious seeds. Inspiring everyone, young and old, to work with her in daily life towards a greener environment.
With permaculture, in every household in India and all over the world, we will have the possibility to change the global warming and also benefit through all the vegetables and greens that we can grow on our terraces, balconies, and actually also in the streets. We separate garbage in a way that permaculture teaches, and it is a fantastic system that is used all over the world. Urban permaculture and rural permaculture, we can do a great difference for water, air and soil.
Ano Badraha Rituo Yantu Vishwataha. Let noble thoughts come to us from every side. Annadata Sukhi Bhava.